First of all, I'm Bill McConnell, and I'm your Attorney General. I'm very proud to be here. I'm excited about being able to bring this fellow to Fort Walton Beach and this county. It's just great to be out here and be in Okaloosa and have a chance to bring Rudy to you. He's the leader. He understands. He knows how to win the terrorist war against us, and he understands how to make government work and so forth. So I want to give you my candidate this morning. I hope you'll vote for him. The next President of the United States, Rudy Giuliani. Come on out.
Tom and Peggy Rice, the owners of this fine establishment. Thank you very much. I'm very impressed with the number of people here this morning, and I thank you very much for your interest and your interest in this election, this primary election that has already started, as you know. You're a state that has early voting. Early voting means you can vote today. So please vote today, and please vote for me. That we will wage a very, very strong, very hard-fought campaign so that we keep America on offense in the Islamic terrorist war against us, so that we can be secure. We will do everything that we can to make sure that all the communities in the United States are prepared for anything that's thrown their way, whether it's by virtue of a natural disaster or one of these terrorist attacks that nowadays we have to think about. It's your first responders, it's your people here, it's your police, your fire, your EMS, and your citizens that are our first line of defense. We've learned that, we know that, and now the federal government has to make sure that in every part of America, you're ready. And I think that I would be the one that would have the best ability to make that happen in the most effective way possible because of my background and my experience. Quickly, we need to increase the size of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Coast Guard. All of them. They were cut by wide margins in the 1990s, so-called peace dividend. We have to make up for that peace dividend. We have to get ourselves back to having an Army, a Navy, an Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard that is able to handle anything the terrorists might do, and then beyond that, deter others from thinking about challenging us. The best way to assure a peaceful world, the very best way to achieve peace, is through strength. And we need an America that has not just national security and security at home, homeland security, but we need an America that has economic security. Reducing the capital gains tax will increase investment in America, which will ultimately mean we strengthen our dollar. It will mean that we have more jobs, we keep more jobs here. I would also reduce the corporate tax, which is the second highest in the world at 35%. It should be reduced to 25%. People think, well, it'll help corporations. But what it really will do is it will help jobs. It will mean that as a company is considering America or England, America or China, America or India, America or Ireland, America or, we become a competitive place, not an anti-competitive place. We have the second highest corporate tax in the world, only Japan is higher, and we lose business as a result of that. What it means is we lose jobs as a result of that. You have to understand, if you're president, how to keep America competitive. We have to have taxes, but we have to have taxes that are competitive with the taxes that are being utilized elsewhere. And there are policies you can follow that promote growth, and there are policies that you can follow that hold growth back. Let me give you an example. When you see some of these Democrats campaigning, you see a big sign behind them that says change. In your pocket. Change. In your pocket. Well, you got the point. Part of it, when you see that word change in back of a Democrat's head, do this. Hold your pockets, because what it means is they're after the change in your pockets. And that's no joke. And it's not just the change. It's the dollar bills and the $10 bills, and if you got a couple of 50s and 100s, they'll take that too. Because that's the way they want to increase your taxes. They do want to change. They want to increase your taxes by 20 or 30%. So what am I for? I'm for what I think you and I agree is good change. Increasing the size of our military. Reducing the amount of taxes. Getting rid of the death tax. Once and for all. Giving the death tax the death penalty. Yes. Very important part of how you promote growth in an economy like ours. And also, the tax cut that I've proposed, which would be the highest in American history, also contains something that I think is maybe its most important part, and that is a single-page tax form. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to file your taxes completely and fully on one page? This alone would result in a tax reduction of anywhere from about 20 to 30% rather than an increase of 20 or 30%. And it makes the whole system a lot more logical and easy for people to follow. And this gentleman is right. All these things require leadership. It requires leadership to lead us to energy independence, which is what we need. We need to be energy independent. It requires leadership to lead us to ending illegal immigration. It takes leadership to get control of Washington, make Washington accountable, make sure that the spending in Washington is under control, make sure things get done in Washington. It takes leadership in order to accomplish that. And it takes leadership to make sure that we keep moving in the direction of prosperity, lowering taxes, reducing spending, getting control of regulations, and reducing the amount of times people in this country sue each other because we sue too much. All of these things take leadership, all of these things take bold vision, all of these things take a president who is able to accomplish big things, and I've been able to do that. I was able to do it in New York City. If you can do it in New York City, you can do it for the country. Florida is a very important state. In the next 2 weeks, it's going to be a very, very important state because you have a primary here that I believe will be a defining primary. And I need your vote and I need your support. The only way you can offer this kind of leadership is if you get the support of the people. So it's up to you. And I would like to see Florida really count in this election. There'll be a lot of opponents, a lot of people running, but there's no one running that has done as much to reduce taxes as I have. There's no one running that's done as much to rein in government spending and to create accountability in government as I have. And there's no one running that has had the safety and responsibility of millions and millions of people on their shoulders under very difficult circumstances. And I'm not just talking about September 11. I'm talking about going back to the time I was the United States Attorney dealing with organized crime and other kinds of crime. The early days when I was mayor of New York, when I had to deal with an overwhelming amount of crime in New York City and turned it around. So I know how to provide safety and security. I know how to bring it about. I believe I have the best plan for ending illegal immigration because it's the most sensible plan. It's the one that'll work. It'll work right at the border and it'll stop illegal immigration where you have to stop it. Actually, the only place you can really stop it, and that's as people are trying to enter. That's right at the border. You can't allow them to come in. I thank you very much for your support. There are a lot of big challenges, but you can sum them all up this way. We need an America that's strong. We need an America that is militarily strong. We need an America that's economically strong. We need an America that is spiritually strong. We need an America that's hopeful. With our young people, like this young man here in his ROTC uniform, junior ROTC uniform, having the sense that, and the youngsters I saw outside from the ballet academy, having the ability to dream big dreams and the opportunity to succeed. That's what we're about. And I thank you very much for your very kind attention this morning. I thank you for coming. I hope that you get out to vote in the next couple of days in the early voting, and I would very much like to have your vote. Let's make Florida count. Thank you very much.
Visit with you. Will be an inauguration.
Thank you very much.